The galaxy burned. For decades, the Zorathians and the KRYL Empire had waged a war of annihilation, their fleets clashing in the void, their weapons reducing planets to ash. Entire star systems had been consumed by the conflict, their civilizations erased in the blink of an eye. The Zorathians, with their sleek, organic ships and mastery of bioengineering, fought with a cold, calculated precision. The KRYL, on the other hand, relied on brute force, their massive, angular warships bristling with enough firepower to crack a planet in half. The two factions were evenly matched, locked in a stalemate that seemed destined to last for centuries. Neither side could gain the upper hand, and neither side was willing to back down. The galaxy was caught in the crossfire, its inhabitants powerless to stop the carnage. It was in this atmosphere of despair that the signal was detected. At first, it was dismissed as a glitch, a random fluctuation in the background noise of the cosmos. But as the days passed, the signal grew stronger, more distinct. It was unlike anything the Zorathians or the KRYL had ever encountered. It pulsed with a strange, almost musical rhythm, its patterns defying all known laws of physics. The Zorathian scientists, with their advanced sensors and analytical algorithms, were baffled. The KRYL, with their crude but effective scanners, were equally perplexed. The signal was coming from deep space, far beyond the borders of the war-torn galaxy, and it was moving closer. The arrival of the human warship was as sudden as it was unexpected. One moment, the void was empty. The next, it was filled with the sleek, angular form of the vessel. It was massive, dwarfing even the largest KRYL dreadnoughts, yet it moved with a grace and precision that belied its size. Its hull was a dull, matte black, absorbing light rather than reflecting it, making it almost invisible against the backdrop of space. Its design was unlike anything the Zorathians or the KRYL had ever seen, a perfect blend of form and function, with no wasted space or unnecessary ornamentation. It was a ship built for war, but it carried an air of elegance, as if its creators had taken pride in their work. The alien factions were stunned. Humanity had long been dismissed as a primitive species, confined to a single backwater planet on the fringes of the galaxy. They had never ventured beyond their solar system, never shown any interest in the affairs of the wider galaxy. And yet, here they were, with a warship that rivaled anything the Zorathians or the KRYL could muster. The humans wasted no time in announcing their presence. A single message was broadcast to both factions, clear and uncompromising. We are here to end this war. The reaction was immediate. The Zorathians, ever cautious, held back, their commanders debating the implications of this new development. The KRYL, ever aggressive, saw the humans as a threat to be eliminated. A KRYL fleet, led by the dreadnought Void Spike, moved to intercept the human warship. The Zorathians watched from a distance, their sensors trained on the unfolding confrontation. They expected the humans to be crushed, their ship torn apart by the KRYL's overwhelming firepower. What happened next would change the course of the war forever. The KRYL fleet opened fire, their weapons unleashing a torrent of energy and projectiles. The human warship did not flinch. Its shields flared to life, absorbing the barrage with ease. Then it struck back. A swarm of drones, small and agile, erupted from its hull, weaving to the KRYL formation with deadly precision. The drones targeted the KRYL ship's weak points, disabling their weapons and engines without destroying them outright. The Void Spike, the pride of the KRYL fleet, was the first to fall. A single, well-placed shot from the human warship's main gun pierced its shields and crippled its reactor, leaving it dead in space. The rest of the fleet followed suit, their ships disabled one by one. The battle was over in minutes. The Zorathians were stunned. They had never seen anything like it. The humans had not only survived the KRYL assault, they had done so with minimal effort. Their ship barely scratched. And they had done it without destroying a single KRYL ship, a stark contrast to the Zorathians' own tactics. The humans' message had been clear. They were not here to conquer, but to end the war. The Zorathians began to reconsider their stance. Perhaps, they thought, the humans were not the enemy. Perhaps they were the key to victory. The KRYL, however, saw things differently. To them, The humans were a threat, a new player in the game of galactic power, and they would stop at nothing to eliminate them. The stage was set for a confrontation that would change the galaxy forever. The human warship, now firmly entrenched in galactic conflict, became the focal point of both awe and fear. Its technology was unlike anything the Zorathians or the KRYLL had ever encountered, a testament to humanity's ingenuity and adaptability. The ship's design was a marvel of engineering, blending advanced materials with cutting-edge systems that defied conventional understanding. Its hull was composed of a self-repairing nanoalloy, capable of sealing breaches almost instantaneously. Its propulsion system, a hybrid of gravitic and quantum drives, allowed it to maneuver with unparalleled speed and precision, making it nearly impossible to target. But it was the ship's weaponry that truly set it apart. The humans had developed a suite of armaments that combined kinetic, energy, and AI-driven systems, each designed to maximize efficiency and minimize collateral damage. The aliens, accustomed to brute force and overwhelming firepower, were unprepared for the sophistication of human tactics. The KRYLL, still reeling from their initial defeat, regrouped for a second assault. This time, they came in greater numbers, their fleet bolstered by reinforcements from the outer sectors. The Void Spike had been replaced by the Eclipse, a newer, more powerful dreadnought, and the KRYLL commanders were determined to avenge their earlier humiliation. They approached the human warship with caution, their sensors scanning for weaknesses, their weapons primed for a coordinated strike. But the humans were ready. As the KRYLL fleet closed in, the warship's AI analyzed their formation, identifying patterns and vulnerabilities in real time. The humans did not wait for the KRYLL to attack. Instead, they struck first, launching a swarm of autonomous drones that descended on the enemy like a cloud of stinging insects. The drones were small, fast, and deadly, each one equipped with a variety of weapons and countermeasures. They targeted the KRYLL ship sensors, engines, and weapon systems, disabling them with surgical precision. The KRYLL, accustomed to straightforward battles of attrition, were thrown into chaos. Their formations broke apart as ships drifted helplessly, their systems overloaded or destroyed. The Eclipse fared no better than its predecessor. The human warship's main gun, a massive railgun capable of firing projectiles at relativistic speeds, locked onto the dreadnought and fired a single shot. The projectile, a tungsten rod tipped with a plasma warhead, punched through the Eclipse's S shields and tore a gaping hole in its hull. The dreadnought's reactors went critical, and the ship was consumed in a blinding explosion. The rest of the KRYLL fleet, now leaderless and disorganized, retreated in disarray. The humans did not pursue them. Instead, they broadcast another message, this time directed at both the KRYLL and the Zorathians. "We do not seek to destroy you. We seek to end this war. Stand down, and we will show you a better way." The Zorathians, who had been observing the battle from a safe distance, were deeply impressed. They had never seen such efficiency and restraint in combat. The humans had not only defeated the KRYLL, they had done so without unnecessary destruction. Their drones had disabled enemy ships without killing their crews, and their weapons had been precise and targeted. This was a far cry from the Zorathians' own tactics, which often involved overwhelming force and massive collateral damage. The Zorathian commanders began to see the humans not as a threat, but as potential allies. They reached out to human warship, requesting a meeting to discuss a possible alliance. The humans agreed, but with conditions. They would not join the Zorathians in their war against the KRYLL unless the Zorathians agreed to adopt a more humane approach to warfare. The Zorathians, intrigued by the humans' philosophy, agreed to the terms. The KRYLL, however, were not so easily swayed. To them, the humans were an existential threat, a new power that could upset the balance of the galaxy. The KRYLL High Command issued a decree. The human warship was to be destroyed at all costs. They began mobilizing their entire fleet, pulling ships from every corner of their empire. The stage was set for a final, decisive confrontation. The humans, aware of the KRYLL's intentions, prepared for the coming battle. They knew they were outnumbered, but they also knew they had the advantage of superior technology and tactics. The Zorathians, now allied with the humans, offered their support But the humans insisted on taking the lead. They had a plan, one that would not only defeat the KRYLO, but also demonstrate the futility of their endless war. As the KRYLO fleet approached, the human warship moved to intercept them. This time, the humans did not rely solely on their drones and railguns. They unveiled a new weapon, one that had been kept hidden until now, a gravity well generator. The device, housed deep within the warship's hull, created a localized distortion in space-time, pulling nearby objects into its grip. The KRYLL ships, caught off guard, found themselves trapped, their engines straining against an invisible force. The humans then launched a second wave of drones, this time equipped with boarding pods. The drones latched onto the KRYLL ships, breaching their hulls and deploying squads of human soldiers. The soldiers, armed with non-lethal weapons and advanced hacking tools, quickly overwhelmed the KRYLL crews, taking control of their ships without firing a single shot. The KRYLL High Command, watching from their flagship, realized they had been outmaneuvered. Their fleet, once the most powerful in the galaxy, was now under human control. The humans broadcast a final message to the KRYLL. Your war is over. Surrender, and we will spare your people. Continue to fight, and you will be destroyed. The KRYLL, faced with no other option, surrendered. The war that had consumed the galaxy for decades was finally at an end. The humans had done what no one else could. They had brought peace, not through destruction, but through ingenuity and restraint. The galaxy would never be the same. The surrender of the KRYLL marked a turning point in the galactic conflict, but the humans knew their work was far from over. The war had left the galaxy in ruins, with countless worlds scarred by decades of fighting. The Zarathians, now allied with the humans, were eager to rebuild, but they lacked the resources and technology to do so effectively. The humans, with their advanced engineering and vast reserves of knowledge, stepped in to fill the void. Their warship, once a symbol of destruction, became a beacon of hope, its crew working tirelessly to repair the damage wrought by the war. They deployed construction drones to rebuild shattered cities, terraforming equipment to restore barren planets, and medical teams to heal the wounded. The Zarathians, who had once viewed the humans with suspicion, now saw them as saviors. The KRYLL, though initially resistant, began to accept the humans' help, their pride slowly giving way to gratitude. The humans' approach to rebuilding was as innovative as their approach to warfare. They did not simply impose their own solutions on the galaxy. Instead, they worked with the Zarathians and KRYLL to develop tailored strategies for each world. On planets where the environment had been devastated, they introduced self-sustaining ecosystems, using genetically engineered plants and animals to restore balance. On worlds where infrastructure had been destroyed, they built modular, adaptive cities that could grow and evolve with their populations. And on worlds where the social fabric had been torn apart, they established reconciliation programs, bringing together former enemies to heal old wounds. The humans' efforts were not without challenges. There were those among the Zarathians and KRYLL who resisted change, clinging to the old ways of thinking. But the humans persisted, their patience and determination slowly winning over even the most stubborn skeptics. As the galaxy began to heal, the humans turned their attention to the broader implications of their intervention. They had ended the war, but they knew that lasting peace would require more than just rebuilding. It would require a fundamental shift in the way the galaxy's inhabitants viewed each other. The humans proposed the creation of a new governing body, one that would include representatives from all species and factions. This Galactic Council, as it came to be called, would be tasked with maintaining peace, resolving disputes, and fostering cooperation. The Zarathians, who had long dominated galactic politics, were initially hesitant to share power, but the humans' persuasive arguments and demonstrated goodwill eventually won them over. The KRYLL, still recovering from their defeat, were more reluctant, but the humans' insistence on fairness and inclusivity helped to ease their fears. The first meeting of the Galactic Council was a historic event, attended by delegates from across the galaxy. The humans, though newcomers to the galactic stage, played a central role, their diplomatic skills and vision for the future earning them widespread respect. They proposed a series of initiatives aimed at promoting unity and progress, including the establishment of a shared resource pool, the creation of a galactic education system, and the development of a universal code of ethics. These proposals were met with enthusiasm by many, though some remained skeptical. The humans, however, were undeterred. They knew that change would not happen overnight, but they were committed to seeing it through. One of the most contentious issues facing the Council was the question of military power. The Zorathians and KRYLO, despite their newfound alliance, were wary of disarming completely, fearing that old rivalries might resurface. The humans proposed a compromise, the creation of a joint peacekeeping force, composed of soldiers from all species and overseen by the Council. This force would be responsible for maintaining order and responding to threats, but its primary mission would be to prevent conflict rather than wage war. The humans also suggested the development of new technologies designed to neutralize threats without causing harm, such as non-lethal weapons and advanced surveillance systems. These proposals were met with mixed reactions, but the humans' track record of success and their commitment to peace eventually swayed the majority. As the Council began to implement these initiatives, the humans continued to play a key role, providing guidance and support at every turn. They shared their technology freely, helping to level the playing field and ensure that no species was left behind. They also worked to foster cultural exchange, organizing festivals, exhibitions, and other events that celebrated the diversity of the galaxy. These efforts helped to break down barriers and build trust, creating a sense of shared identity among the galaxy's inhabitants. The humans' influence was felt in every corner of the galaxy, from the bustling cities of the Zorathians to the once desolate worlds of the KRYLO. Despite their successes, the humans faced challenges of their own. Their rapid rise to prominence had made them the target of envy and suspicion, and there were those who sought to undermine their efforts. Some factions within the Zorathians and KRYLO resented the humans' influence, viewing them as outsiders who had no right to dictate the galaxy's future. There were also external threats to consider, as rumors began to circulate a mysterious force lurking in the unexplored regions of space. The humans, ever vigilant, prepared for the possibility of new conflicts, but they remained committed to their vision of a united galaxy. The humans' journey from a backwater planet to a galactic power was nothing short of extraordinary. They had arrived on a galactic stage as underdogs, dismissed and underestimated by the established powers. But through their ingenuity, compassion, and unwavering determination, they had transformed the galaxy, ending a war that seemed endless and laying the foundation for a brighter future. Their story was a testament to the power of hope and potential for change, even in the face of seemingly insurmountable odds. As the galaxy looked to the future, it was clear that the humans would play a central role in shaping its destiny. Their arrival had been unthinkable, but their impact would be unforgettable. The surrender of the Council's first major turning point came sooner than anyone had anticipated. But the humans knew their work. Reports began to surface of mysterious force left the galaxy in ruins, in the uncharted regions of the galaxy. By decades of scouting missions sent to investigate never returned. Now allied with the humans, and long-range sensors eager to rebuild strange energy, but they lacked the resources and technology to do so effectively. The Zorathians, the humans, still recovering their advanced engineering, were reluctant to commit resources to what they saw stepped in to fill the distant threat. Their warship, once a symbol of destruction, more willing to act, became a beacon of hope, lacked the coordination and technology tirelessly to repair the damage wrought by the war. The humans, they deployed construction drones, took the lead shattered cities. They proposed a joint expedition to investigate barren planets, and medical teams to heal the wounded. All three species. The Zorathians, the Council, who had once viewed the humans with suspicion, ultimately agreed, now saw them as recognizing the need for unity in the face of uncertainty. Though initially the expedition was a formidable undertaking, humans' help, involving pride slowly giving way to gratitude. KRYL and the humans' approach to rebuilding the human warship innovative, now a symbol of hope and cooperation. They did not simply impose their own solutions on the galaxy. Advanced technology and experienced crew, they worked with the Zorathians and KRYL as the fleet developed tailored strategies for each world. They encountered strange phenomena. The environment had been gravitational anomalies. They introduced self-sustaining signs of advanced technology using genetically engineered plants and animals to restore balance. The human scientists worked tirelessly to analyze the data. Destroyed. Their curiosity, they built modular, adaptive driving them to grow and evolve with their population. The Zorathians, and on worlds with social bioengineering apart, contributed valuable established reconciliation. The KRYLO provided bringing together former enemies to heal old wounds. Despite their differences, humans' efforts were not without challenges. Three species worked together seamlessly. There were those among the Zorathians shared goal overriding old rivalries who resisted the change. Source of the threat was finally clinging revealed. To the old ways of thinking. An ancient But the
highly
humans
advanced
civilization,
their patience
long
and
ago
determination
retreated
from the
slowly,
galactic
winning over
stage.
even the most
This
stubborn
civilization,
skeptics.
known as
As the
Vorth,
galaxy began
had
to
once
heal,
ruled the galaxy
the humans
with an
turned their
iron fist,
attention to the
their
broader
technology
implications
and military
of their
might
intervention.
unmatched. They
But
had
their
ended
empire
the war,
had collapsed under
but
the
they
weight
knew
of its
that
own
lasting
hubris.
peace will require
And
more
survivors
than
had
just
fled to
rebuilding.
the fringes of the
It would
galaxy.
require a
But they
fundamental
remained
shift
hidden from
in the way the
millennia.
galaxy's
Now,
inhabitants
for
viewed
reasons
each other.
unknown,
The humans
they had
proposed the
returned,
creation of a
their
new governing
intentions
body,
unclear,
one that
the
would include
Vortha's ships were
representatives
unlike
from
anything
all
the expedition
species
had
and
encountered.
factions.
This
Their
galactic
design,
council,
beautiful
as it came
and
to be called,
terrifying, would be
their
tasked
weapons
with
capable
maintaining
of
peace,
devastating entire
resolving
star
disputes,
systems,
and fostering
the humans,
cooperation.
realizing
The
the gravity of the
Zarathians,
situation,
who had long
urged
dominated
caution.
galactic politics,
They proposed an
were
attempt
initially
at
hesitant
diplomacy,
to share power,
hoping to avoid
but the
another
humans' persuasive
catastrophic war.
arguments and
The
demonstrated
Vorth,
goodwill,
however,
eventually won
were
them
not
over.
interested in dialogue.
The KRYLL,
They saw the galaxy's
still recovering from
inhabitants
their
as
defeat,
inferior,
were more reluctant,
unworthy of sharing
but
the
humans'
stars with
insistence
them.
on
They
fairness
launched a
and
sudden,
inclusivity helped
devastating
ease
attack
their
on the
fears.
expedition.
The first
Their
meeting of the
superior
Galactic
technology
Council
and tactics
was a historic
quickly
event,
overwhelming the
attended
combined
by
fleet.
delegates from
The
across the
humans,
galaxy.
though prepared
The humans,
for the
though
possibility of
newcomers to the
conflict,
galactic stage,
were taken aback by
played
the
a central
Vorth's
role.
ferocity.
Their diplomatic
warship,
skills and vision
though
for
heavily
future
damaged,
earning them widespread
managed to hold the
respect.
line.
They
Its
proposed a
advanced
series
systems
of
and
initiatives
skilled crew
aimed at promoting
buying
unity
time
and
for the
progress,
rest of the fleet to retreat,
including the establishment of a shared
and
resource
KRYLL,
pool,
the
shaken
creation
but
of a galactic
determined,
education
regrouped
system,
and prepared for
and
a
the development
counterattack.
of a universal
The
code
humans,
of ethics.
however,
Had
these
a different
proposals
plan.
were met with
They
enthusiasm
proposed
by
a
many,
daring strategy,
though some remained
Instead of
skeptical.
engaging the Vorth head
The
on.
humans, however,
They would use
were
their technology
undeterred.
to disrupt the
They
Vorth's
knew that
systems
change would not
and
happen
create an
overnight,
opening for a
but they were
diplomatic
committed to
overture.
seeing it through.
The plan was
One of the
risky,
most contentious
but the council
issues
agreed,
facing the council,
recognizing that
was the
brute
question
force
of
alone would
military
not be
power.
enough to defeat the
The
Vorth.
Zarathians
The
and
humans'
KRYLL,
warship,
despite
now
their
repaired
newfound
and
alliance,
reinforced,
led
were
the
wary of
charge.
disarming completely.
Its gravity well
Fearing
generated
that old
and drone
rivalries might
swarms playing a
resurface.
key role
The
in the
humans
operation.
proposed a compromise.
The Zarathians and
The creation of a
KRYLL
joint
provided
peacekeeping
support.
force.
Their ships
composed
composed
of
of
soldiers
soldiers
from
from all
and drawing the
species
Vorth
and
as
overseen
fire.
by the council.
The human scientists,
This force would be responsible
working around
for
the clock,
maintaining order
managed
and
to
respond
decipher the
to threats.
Vorth's communication
But its primary
protocols,
mission would be
allowing
allowing
to send a
conflict
message
rather than
directly
wage war
to the Vorth's
The humans
leaders.
also
The
suggested
message was
development
simple
of new
but powerful.
technologies designed to
We
neutralize
do not
threats
seek to
without
fight you.
causing harm.
We seek to understand
such as
you.
non-lethal weapons
Join us.
and advanced
And
surveillance
together we can
systems.
build a galaxy
These
worthy
proposals were
of
met
our
with
shared
mixed
potential.
reactions.
The Vorth,
But the humans'
though
track
initially
record was
dismissive,
and their
were
commitment to
intrigued
peace
by the
eventually
humans'
swayed the
audacity.
majority.
They had expected
As the council
resistance,
began to
but
implement
not
these
this.
initiatives, the humans'
The
willingness
humans
to risk
continued to play a
everything
key
for the sake
role,
of peace,
providing
was
guidance
something
and
they had
support
not
at
encountered
every
before.
turn.
They
After
shared
a
their
tense
technology
standoff,
freely. The Vorth
helping
agreed
to
to
level
a
the
temporary
playing field
ceasefire and ensure
allowing
that
for
no
negotiations
species
was
was left
began.
behind. The humans
They also worked
along
with
with
representatives
representatives
from
from
Zarathians and
organizing
KRYLL,
festivals,
met with the Vorth's
exhibitions,
leaders
and other events
Their
that
discussions
celebrated
fraught
the
with
diversity
tension
of the
but
galaxy.
also hope.
These
The
efforts
Vorth,
helped to break
though
down
proud and
barriers and build
began
trust,
to see the galaxy's
creating a
inhabitants
sense of
in a
shared
new
identity
light.
among the
They
galaxy's
recognized the
inhabitants.
potential for
The
cooperation.
humans' influence was felt
The
in every
possibility
corner
of
of
a
the
future
galaxy, where their knowledge
from the
and
bustling
technology
cities of the Zarathians
could be
to the
used
once
for benefit
desolate
of all.
worlds of the
The
KRYLL.
negotiations were long
Despite
and
their
difficult,
successes,
but
the
ultimately
humans faced
successful.
challenges of their own.
The Vorth agreed
Their
to join
rapid
the
rise
Galactic
to
Council,
prominence had made them a
their
target
advanced
of envy
technology
and
and knowledge
suspicion.
becoming a
And
valuable
there were
asset
those who
in the
sought to
ongoing
undermine their
effort
efforts
to rebuild the
Some
galaxy.
factions within the
humans,
Zarathians
though instrumental in brokering the agreement, were careful to share the credit with their allies,
viewing them as outsiders
emphasizing
who had
no
no
right
right
to dictate the galaxy's cooperation. There were
The
also
Zarathians
external
and
threats to
KRYLL,
consider. Once bitter enemies,
as rumors began to
now
circulate
stood side by
mysterious
side with
force
the humans
lurking
and Vorth.
in the unexplored
Their
regions
shared
of
experiences
space.
forging
The
bonds
humans,
of trust and
ever
mutual
vigilant,
respect.
the
Prepared for
galaxy,
the possibility of
though
new
still
conflicts,
scarred by the wounds
but
of
they
the past,
remain committed to
began
the
to
vision
heal
of a united
its
galaxy.
inhabitants looking to the future
human's
with hope
journey
and
from a backwater
determination.
planet to a
The
galactic
humans'
power
journey from a
was
backwater
nothing
planet
short of
to a
extraordinary.
galactic power
Had
they had
been nothing
arrived on a
short of
galactic
extraordinary.
stage as
They had
underdogs,
arrived on a galactic
dismissed
stage
and
as underestimated by the established
dismissed
powers,
and
underestimated
but
by
through
the
their
established
ingenuity,
powers.
compassion, and
But through their
unwavering
ingenuity,
determination,
compassion, and
they had
unwavering
transformed the
determination,
galaxy.
They had
ending a war
transformed
that
the
seemed
galaxy,
endless and laying a
ending a
foundation
war that
for a
seemed
brighter
endless
future.
and laying a
Their
foundation
story
for
was
a
a
brighter
testament to the
future.
power of hope.
Their
and
story was a
potential for
testament to the
change.
power of hope,
even in
and
the face
potential
of
for
seemingly seemingly insurmountable
even in the
odds.
face of seemingly
As the galaxy
insurmountable
looked to the future.
odds.
As
It
the
was
galaxy
clear that
looked
the
to the
humans
future,
would play a central role.
it was clear that the humans
in
would play
shaping
a
its
central
destiny.
role. Their
in
arrival
shaping
had
its
been
destiny.
unthinkable.
Their
But
arrival
their
had been
impact would be
unthinkable.
unforgettable.
But their impact would be unforgettable.